everybody, and welcome to the Wealthy Lala Show with myself, Laurie Laursen. Today is episode 202. How exciting is that? So, yesterday's conversation was about mothers and Mother's Day, and it got me listening to Brene Brown. I went onto YouTube. And it just began one video after another. Actually, the one that popped the most was one called Living Brave with Brene Brown and Oprah Winfrey. And I'd seen that I had actually watched it again, but of course it obviously was a couple of years ago. I was inspired to watch it again. And man, I'm just so grateful that I can just perceive when something is going to contribute to me, even if I don't know how or I don't know why. So I pulled open or turned on this video. And it's like Brene is actually interviewing Oprah about living brave. So it was kind of neat. It wasn't just Brene talking about her book. It was actually sort of interviewing Oprah per se about certain things and how she handled certain things and stuff like that. And it's just so good. So anyways, again, if you want to find it on YouTube, Living Brave with Brene Brown. And there's two things that I kind of wanted to read to you. So one, Oprah says this in this particular video because, after talking about, yesterday's show with mothers and Mother's Day and stuff like that, it's just looking at ourselves as a whole as women and the courageous, powerful beings that we be, and how we haven't been, for many reasons, stepping into all of that for each of us and whatever that looks like. And God, I could go like 5 different places with this. This is why I'm like pausing. It's like, which way do I want to go? Which way is going to contribute the most? Which way is the funnest for me? So anyways, Oprah in this video was asked what she gets stuck on. And one of the more in the past, not so much now, but it was something. It was, who do you think you are? Oh, the other one was, you're not enough. And so Brene asked her, which one would be sort of the program that you have functioned from, or which one would catch you the most? And out of you're not enough or who do you think you are? And she said, well, who do you think she is one that she's basically been, so to speak, responding to for her entire life, not necessarily in a like, who do you think you are, but is in, who do you think you are as a Black woman, as a woman from Mississippi, as a, all the different things that she talks about on the video. And so she answered it, and I loved this. So she says, now, so rather than functioning from a place of like, who do you think you are? And, seeing herself as less than, and a lot of those are my words. She says, now I work at being full. I want to be so full, I am overflowing. So when you see me coming, it ought to make you proud. I'm a woman so full, I have enough to share with everyone else. And to own the fullness without ego, without arrogance, but with an amazing sense of gratitude that I have been born at a time where I am female on the planet, and I have the great pleasure and freedom to fill myself. Wow. I got to read that again. So she says, now I work at being full. I want to be so full I am overflowing. So when you see me coming, it ought to make you proud. I am a woman so full I have enough to share with everyone else. I own the fullness without ego, without arrogance, but with an amazing sense of gratitude that I have been born at a time where I am female on the planet. I have the great pleasure and freedom to fill myself. Oh, and and on a bit of a side note, Gary Vaynerchuk, I see some of his stuff on Instagram, and I saw one of his videos last week, and he said, you actually want to live your own life, because then you don't ever have to resent your parents for what you didn't choose or create. And essentially, it's not blame them. And, we can always say these one word, these few word sentences and boom, and you have to take them within context. But what I've been looking at is the whole concept of, living our own lives, and especially as women. And what was interesting in Dr. Joe Dispenza's video that he shared on Mother's Day on Facebook, he probably shared it other places, but I saw it on Facebook. He said he believes that it has been harder to be a woman than to be any kind of race. So imagine, now there's further information to that in his video, so please go find it. But what I do when I hear things like that is I don't take it as though I'm a victim. I take it as though, where is this still impacting me in my life? Does that work for me? And how would I like to change that? And what would I like to ask for? And I look at this and I want, like Oprah says, I want to be so full, I'm overflowing. And, I could perceive with what she said too, that there's an unapologeticness of choosing for herself, knowing without ego, without arrogance, but an amazing sense of gratitude. Like you can perceive that, knowing that she matters, what she knows matters, that she matters, what she feels matters. And that, it's almost like unquestionable knowing that when she looks after herself, fills herself up, and that she's born at a time when that's possible. She can be so full and have enough to share with everyone else. Like, wow. It makes you wonder too, if that's where so much of resentment comes in. Resentment, so mothers as mothers, mothers as volunteers, mothers as workers. And I'm not excluding men in this conversation. This is a conversation mostly about women. So, and if it applies to men, enjoy. But yeah, I wonder if we filled ourselves up so full that when you see me coming, or when you see you coming, it ought to make you proud. Like, wouldn't that, oh man, gosh, I feel like I could stop the show right now. I've got goosebumps with that. So she refers to a poem, or to something that the poet, speaker, author Maya Angelou, who ended up being almost like she was like a mentor, second mom kind of thing to Oprah. She wrote a poem that is where the part where Oprah says, when you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. Well, when I went and I Googled it and I found that Maya had actually written a poem. So I just want to read it. I always struggled with poetry. I don't know about you guys. So, but she went and wrote a bunch of books and stuff like that. It was a woman with just a yummy presence about her. So it's called Phenomenal Woman. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room, just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand or fall down to their knees. They swarm around me, a hive of honey bees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, the joy in my feet. I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump. I feel like I missed something. Oh, just a sec here. No, okay. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care, 'cause I am a phenomenal woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. Oh, could you imagine if women embodied this, what this is for each of us? Whether we're big, small, thin, heavier, tall, big boned, small boned, petite, plus sized, round, slim, long haired, short haired, glasses, no glasses. Yeah. Gosh, imagine if all of us allowed ourselves to embody, embrace, and love the body that we are in. The body that, whether you ascribe to this or not, that we chose this lifetime. You know, what's right about this beautiful body that we have? What's right about us having chosen to be women in this life? Ah, like just really, gosh, women. Ah, what would it take for us to be so full that we're overflowing? So when anyone sees us coming, it ought to make them proud and ourselves proud. To be a woman so full, we have enough to share with everyone else. Owning the fullness without ego, without arrogance, but with an amazing sense of gratitude that we have been born at a time where we are female on the planet and have the great pleasure and freedom to fill ourselves. So what else is possible? I'm going to end the show on that note. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah. Big hugs to you. thewealthylala@gmail.com. Have an amazing rest of your